So I have quite a small selection of favourite products that I've used a lot in October. Um, Partly because I had a very busy month at work. I was travelling a lot, commuting from London to Birmingham and London to Nottingham and so on and so forth. So time's really been of the essence at some godforsaken hour in the morning. You don't have that much time to go through many stages of skincare and makeup. And so I've really been doing the simplest of makeups, and products that have enabled me to get out of the house quickly have kind of been the ones I've been using the most, particularly if they're sort of multi-purpose. So in that context, I've found myself turning to this Clarins palette, which I think came out in the spring. It's their face and blush powder. They've got another one out at the moment that is quite similar, and I was tempted to buy. But if you look at this one, I've had it since this spring, and I've been using it quite a lot. But as you can see, the imprint of the flower is still very clear, so it's going to take me ages to use this up. But why I've liked this, although the colours look quite spring and summer-like, is it's very versatile. You can sweep over the whole of the colours and get a really nice kind of rosy glow just to add to the cheeks. The powder is very, very pale. It's not showing up there at all. But you can, if push comes to shove, and you use a reasonably small angled brush. I quite like to use this one from MAC. It's, gosh, I think it's a 188. The number's kind of worn off. But anyway, I can use that to do some contouring. And then, although these stripes look surprisingly small, you can get quite a good colour payoff for cheek colour, which looks quite pinky there, or you can, go with the coral a bit more. And so it's kind of a blush and a contour and a glow powder all in one, which is really useful when you're short of time. So I've been liking that a lot. I've also been taking with me in my handbag and using quite a lot during the day my Les Beige Compact, which I've talked about before. I got it in the shade 30, which is too dark to use as an all-over facial powder. Well, I say that. In fact, I can use it a little bit during the day just to kind of perk up my skin. But again, I can use it to kind of add a bit of glow and colour, particularly with the fabulous Kabuki brush, which is really densely packed, kitten soft, and really good for giving a good all-over powder wash. It's an expensive brush, but I really, really do recommend it because it is very versatile. I was very dubious because of the colour cream, but in fact, you see here, I haven't actually washed this brush. That sounds dreadful. I've done some spot cleaning with alcohol spray, but basically in the 3 weeks, it really hasn't gotten very dirty, and it just is a fabulously convenient brush to put in your handbag or your makeup bag, and it really does the job much better than any of my other Kabukis. So with the aid of that brush, I really have been starting to make use of my Les Beige, and I'm glad I got it in that colour. Some other old favourites I've been using a lot on my eyes, just a primer or a cream shadow, the Maybelline Colour Tattoo or Tom Ford, and then over it, one shadow. I've talked about this, I think, once before. It's by MAC, it's Grain, it's a satin. It's not one of the very well-known colours, but I find it really, really useful as just a nice kind of giving a bit of life to your eyes without a made-up look. So putting that on the lid and in the socket a little bit with a slash of mascara, and I'm still loving Chanel's, I keep forgetting what it's called. It's Le Volume de Chanel, and this is the limited edition khaki, which I probably will buy a backup because it's so effective and I so like it. I've been doing that and my eyes are good to go. Cheek, I've been turning to an old favourite on Teeb. I'm not sure NARS still do this in the multiple. I've had it a long time. I haven't got a lot left to use. It's kind of cool, plummy pink, which I find very easy to apply and blend in. Quite a nice cool tone in this weather. And as a finishing touch, nothing beats Laura Mercier's Secret Finish. I've gone through tubes of this and it's still a favourite, although I've got lots of other highlighters that I like to use when I've got more time to place them properly. You just can't go wrong with this. Again, stick it in your handbag and put a coat on later in the day. It really freshens up your makeup without having to redo foundation and that kind of thing. Gives you a kind of slightly glowy, dewy look, even after a hard day at work. One product I have been enjoying, kind of skincare, is Toca hand cream in Stella. Somebody gave me a 3-pack, 3 of the different hand creams, I think for Christmas last year. I noticed they're on sale at Space NK, I think 3 for 20. So they're not exactly cheap and there's no SPF. But this one, which is supposed to be blood orange, is a really gorgeous fragrance. Now, I do like citrus fragrances, as you know, but this isn't in your face citrus. When you know that it's supposed to be orange, you can kind of tell, but it's definitely a sort of floral citrus. Really, really nice fragrance, and the consistency of the hand cream is nice. It does sink in, not too slippery, so I do like to put this on, particularly last thing at night. It's a really uplifting fragrance. The other 2 in the set, if you buy the set from Space NK, are supposed to be, I think, a grapefruit one, which again doesn't smell overtly citrusy, but I like, and a rose one, which is my least favourite, but you know, again, it's not in your face rose. I'm not a huge rose fragrance fan, so I do recommend having a look at those if you like nice hand creams. So that's it for October. Bring it on November. Bye for now.